Fourth Watch. We are with Desolate Symphony.
Hello.
Yeah, say hi.
Yeah.
Tell us about a bit about yourselves. How do you guys? Well, Desolate Symphony.
So we are Desolate Symphony. We come from Sydney. I'm a Noran Hedge as a singer, and we got
Harry on bass guitar.
Damien playing guitar.
And Tommy D on drums.
and we play symphonic metal.
That's so cool. Symphonic metal.
Yes.
So, how did that come about?
Well, it was just a sort of thing. Ner reached out to all of us and sort of went, hey, here's a project I've got in mind. It's sort of a dream idea. And immediately it was one of those things where even if it wasn't your like predominant style, it's one of those things where it just drags you in out of like curiosity and you go, okay, this could be really cool. It's something that we've really put, our heart and soul into, and we're trying our best to sort of make it go as hard as it can and as far as it can. So
we just heard that you got guitars, drums, bass. So where's the symphony?
It's so we're playing that with our symphonic tracks and writing a whole bunch of extra orchestral bits in and synthesizers in and that sort of thing, which has been, from a songwriting perspective, a little bit of a learning curve for us all, and trying to find how those bits fit into the music and how we fit in around those bits. And yeah, well, when we get stuck into it, it's good fun. We play along with our tracks, and it means we've got to be really, really precise and not miss any of our spots, and yeah, just get stuck into it and have a good time with it all and let the music do its thing. So we've got a main driving force, and then we just get to play our character around that, so to speak.
I like the way that you phrased that, actually. You get to play your character around that. How many shows have you guys played?
This will be our second this evening, so we've only played one live show.
Only played one live show before, so you guys are really, really fresh. And I think I did know that, to be honest. But okay, so that's it. So you're really like in the infancy stage of the band, right?
Big time. Big time in the infancy. We haven't even got any of our music out yet. We've got some things due to be released. We've got a single coming out hopefully early next year.
Just get that
Yeah,
microphone
all done and ready to go, and film clips recorded for it. It's called Death Shadow, so it's something to look forward to. It'll come out on our first EP as a single. So
sensational.
yeah,
Okay,
starting to get a bit of momentum and get all the cogs
excellent.
lined up.
And where are you getting that recorded?
It's a bit of a home project, so we're doing it.
Sensational home studio job.
Doing it with
Nice.
a home studio job, and getting as many people involved, so to speak, as we can. We've got the four of us, and then, as you mentioned before, it's a family affair, so
Yeah.
we've got plenty of helpers on the outside, not just the four of us up on stage.
Yeah. If someone was to look a little bit deeper under the surface of who you guys are as individuals, as Desolate Symphony, may or may not have too much of its own character yet, being so young. But if you were to look under the surface, what would be the most unique characteristic that people see?
Different to those guys, the way we sort of blend ourselves in, and as I've mentioned before, find our character within the music and let that speak for itself a little bit. Ner's got a very unique voice, and we all have our own unique styles of playing instruments, and we try and let that speak for itself as much as we can.
Yeah, really let that character shine,
That's
as you
it.
said before. What's one of the craziest stories of your live playing that you can, craziest or most embarrassing stories of playing live that you've experienced?
the most crazy with the bands or before.
Well, let's say so. Well,
Desolate
Desolate
Symphony.
Symphony, and then if there
Yeah,
are no stories,
so-
if the last show just went absolutely perfectly and there were no mistakes made ever, then we'll go back to other bands. Yeah.
It went pretty well.
Yeah.
So the last show that we had in Elton John, we did not expect there was a lot of people, and but we make the full. A lot of people came, more than the limits. So that's really great experience also, and we're really proud of that.
admittedly, yes, as you mentioned, there's never going to be a first show where everything just goes fine and there's no issues whatsoever. We've got quite a mixture of somehow a setup that's both intricate but also extremely easy to use. We have our very particular way where we go here, plug this in here, plug this in there. Look, honestly, again, you're correct. It's never going to be a perfect first show, but you know what? Honestly, the best part about it was a learning experience. So it's like, okay, here's where we went wrong. Here's where general other stuff went wrong out of our control. Here's how we can manage it in the future. So,
and that's a really good character to have, within yourself. When you're, so and it's a great way to also stay humbling. I think I was interviewing another band this morning, and that was one of the things they say is like always ask questions, so always ask, even if it's like ask questions to other bands and as you're networking, but also ask questions within yourself. How can I be better? How can we do that? And I suppose that kind of leads into, well, what's your definition of success as an individual and as Desolate Symphony? How would you know that you've made it, if you can ever achieve making it?
Or, like that comes in so many different flavors. Like, I'm in two minds of what I find success to be. Like, obviously there's always making it big, everyone knows your name, playing to a million people type thing. But I think what stands out to me more is if I'm having fun and everyone else having fun, I know I'm doing my job right. I know I'm doing what I want to do.
Yeah, like
if it makes other people happy, absolutely. That I feel like I've made it. I think they agree.
Okay. So, and what about Desolate Symphony? That's right. So, as we know, it is quite young. But do you have your long-term goals or short-term goals, or do you just playing gig by gig at this stage, or?
Yeah, we got so many goals. So next year we started to play in hope another city like in Melbourne, and then one day hopes we go to overseas. And we just want to have to play music and share our music to everybody.
Nice.
And enjoy and happy. That's our goals.
I like that. That's really cool. Nice. Yep. Yeah.
Plus, obviously, put out as much music as we can. The more, the better. As long as we're keeping up that quality, then again.
Well, is there a particular theme or message that Desolate Symphony wants to portray to the world?
I reckon, in my opinion at least, we've all had our own, hell we've had to go through in our own life, and someone's lying if they're saying, no, life's not been hard, everything's just been fine. But from that, you could, even if life breaks you down entirely, you can build yourself back up and, get your own payback, personal, like karma, or personally, on whoever's wronged you, and you can always, show them up by becoming the bigger and stronger version of yourself. So.
This next question might seem a little bit strange, but I assume that you guys, maybe I'm wrong. You guys have a background of playing music for a long time, or?
A good story.
We're all at different sort of parts of our musical journey. I'm not towards the end of it, because I'll be playing music for exactly right. But
the only time it's over is when you're 6 feet under, right?
exactly right. I'm a little bit, I've done a few things in the past with other bands and that kind of thing, and played with some pretty big acts around Australia and in different settings, not just in metal, and played in musicals and this kind of thing. And I just enjoy playing music at any capacity. For me, this is the first thing that I've done that's really focusing on what I like to do in terms of the music and style that I like to write in.
That's cool.
Which is really cool. And that's, however many years later, I'd put instruments away for 10 years or so and focused on family and did all that stuff. So this is my journey back to it a little bit, and I think Ner's journeyed back herself and had an extended break, and we're finding, for the two of us at least, we're finding our way back to music and finding writing music with a newfound level of maturity and these kinds of things, more life experiences under our belt and that kind of stuff. So that's where I'm at with it. The other guys might be a bit different to where we are, but yeah, big time.
Tom has a really great stories also to tell us about how he come back to the music.
Oh, okay.
This is not true in the deep end.
Oh, I reckon. No, I don't have a hell of a lot of live experience playing music. Like, I've been playing drums for the better part of 11 years now. My only real live experience besides the gigs we've had so far is whatever school band, like in front of the school, performed. I've done a couple open mics on other instruments for my partner, more acoustic folk style of music. Although when I'm at home, I'm always ripping out bloody metalcore and all that jazz. But no, as Noah was saying, like, I took a little bit of time off music, like still practicing here and there, but not pursuing it as much as I initially wanted to. I jumped pretty deep into a different creative medium, being pro wrestling. I recently retired so I could put more focus into music, back to what my first love.
Good. Okay. Dedicated. I like that.
Yeah. That was I had a great time doing that. Got what I wanted to out of it. I didn't want to take it too far like a lot of people. But yeah, no, this is always my first love. This is where I'm pushing for now. Now, once I reached out just on the socials and they hit me up, and I was like, absolutely, I love the sound. This sounds banging.
Excellent. Which track got you the most? Which was the one that hooked
Maybe.
you?
When they sent me everything, it was all still kind of unfinished.
Yes.
Like, most of the tracks still are a little unfinished, still working on finishing them. I think my favourite track, at least that we play live, is the solo track that she released last year, I'm Done With You.
Yeah.
That's probably my favourite one to play.
I think a lot of the chat in the live stream, they love that one too. So.
Yeah, it's a very fun song to play, especially for drums. It's a lot, lot closer to the style of music I'd be mucking around with at home.
Yeah.
I know that hooked me, and I quite enjoy that. But I'm really loving the other stuff we're writing.
Great. So we already know that coming up next we've got more gigging, and we got that EP. Is it EP that's coming out?
So
Yeah.
so next year we will have a single song,
Yes.
and also the video clip coming soon.
Sensational.
And then after that we also have an EP,
Excellent.
and
Great.
we're just working now to get everything ready, and then hopes January or February we release the songs.
Beautiful.
Yeah, basically more music, and we'll die trying.
Okay. It's great. Okay, I like that attitude, and that kind of like leads me to my final question, which is so on the show that we do, which is all about independent artists with under 1,000 subs on YouTube, and I have that number there to try and weed out. I really want bands like yourselves that are really in the infant stages of their life, and or they've been trying for a long time, and they write really, really great music, and it needs to be heard around the world. What's a shred bit of advice, so that you can give to others, or even potentially yourself, right here and right now, to help bands and artists keep going when it gets tough?
So I was previously in a band where things just got too tough, things didn't line up, and it's just one of those things where slowly just disillusioned. And look, it is sad, but if you treat it as the end, then it will be at the end. There's always going to be another band waiting. There will be the band that will come through. You just have to pretty much hold on hope, and again, it's one of those things where you will find the right people one day. Just patience. So
I like that. Yeah. Cool.
So-
Cool. Anyone else? Embrace. Hang on, you can say that a little louder for those at the back. Embrace technology.
Writing songs 15 years ago to now is so different.
Yeah.
Just have at your disposal and what you can use, and
Say all that again with the microphone, Louise.
Into the microphone, embrace technology, and there's so many resources out there.
I should
as
be
a
using my
musician
wireless,
that
right?
you can use. And, yeah, there's so many things at your disposal. You've got,
Yeah.
different software and other people who've created things before you, and just embrace all of those things. And I mean, we've been stuck on rewriting one song for about 18 months, and we all thought it was going to go one way, and now we've found another entirely new direction for it to go.
Amazing. Okay.
So just
Yeah,
don't
cool.
be afraid to make a change, and try new things.
I like that. That's really cool too. All right. Thanks, guys.